Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing a review for Ghostbusters 2016. Yeah, this movie stars Melissa McCarthy. Who does it star? Melissa McCarthy, Kate McKinnon, Kristen Wiig, Leslie Mann, and Chris Hemsworth, and Neil Casey. And then cameos from, who do you think? Has cameos from Sigourney Weaver, Ernie Hudson, Bill Murray, and Al Rooker, Ozzy Osbourne, and Dan Aykroyd. Those are the cameos. So, yeah, I believe that's basically it. Let's see, other cast members that actually matter. Andy Garcia and Cicely Strong, right? That's right. Is that right? Yeah, Cicely Strong. And I believe that's basically it for anybody who actually matters in this movie. Yeah. Sorry, the IMDb listing is kind of fucked up. That's why they have it in order of appearance. So I'm trying to make sure I have all the important cast members here. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Now I'm thinking out. Okay. Before I begin though, 10-second spoiler warning as usual. For those who have yet to actually watch this movie and haven't already, stop the video, go check it out, and come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up, so for those who have yet to... Okay, so 10 seconds are up, so for those who have yet to actually watch this movie, haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me. That never gave you a fair warning, because as usual, I did. So as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rate. So, yeah, Ghostbusters, yeah, 4 female Ghostbusters, and 2 of them wrote a book when they were in college, and that book comes back to haunt them, pun intended, kind of, in present day. And it turns out that there's this guy who's trying to lure ghosts, who's trying to break the barrier between the real world and the underworld, so that ghosts can come in and there's going to be a huge apocalypse. So now we have our four Ghostbusters and a bumbling secretary to who have to now save New York and the world. Fuck me. Okay, my major problem with this is the fact that it didn't continue off from the original Ghostbusters, okay? And I was talking to this with my friend. I argued with this with my friend. Straight up. In my opinion, what they should have done is, to some extent, have one or two or whatever, some of the original Ghostbusters kind of doing off like a handing of the torch, or saying, yeah, she's my daughter or some shit like that. So, yeah, you know what, daughter? Here's what I did as a Ghostbuster. Now you should be a Ghostbusters with your friends. Go do this shit and hand it off. Because although it does try to be its own entity, pun intended, although it does try to be its own thing and its own entity, its own Ghostbusters separate to the original one, it has so many throwbacks to the original one. It would have made more sense if they had a better connection, because the cameos here for the original Ghostbuster cast members fucking suck, in my opinion. Like, for the most part, they're good to see, but they fucking suck. So yeah, which I'll get to that later, but it wants to be its own thing, and it does have things going for it, so it could be its own movie, original in the realm of Ghostbusters. However, it does have so many throwbacks to the original Ghostbusters. It's just so weird, in my opinion. Like, it's good to have throwbacks, but when you're trying to make it a separate universe, it just doesn't make sense, in my opinion. And the one argument I use is like fucking Star Trek, and how even despite the fact that there's like alternate universes like 5 times over, you had the 2 Spocks talking to each other, whatever. My friend's like, no, fuck that, you know, it has to be its own thing. I'm like, no, it doesn't. I mean, could have just done this, and that. And Star Trek has a more complicated timeline, and they managed to pass off the torch. So give me a fucking break. So And I haven't even seen fucking Star Trek, so how's about that? How's about them apples? That's my major issue. The fact that it's not from, it doesn't have the same continuity, because there's so many fucking throwbacks to the original. It's trying to be its own thing, and then it's having so many fucking throwbacks. Like, you should have just gone with the original continuity. Like, if it was like one or two things, like sure, like, oh yeah, like I remember that happening in the original Ghostbusters. No, but it's like, it's not even like small scenes. It's like entire sequences. Like, they have a sequence here where they're trying to catch a ghost in this hotel, and they're running all over the hotel. They go into into a large ballroom, or in this case it was a concert hall, and they're trying to capture the fucking ghost. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but that sounds kind of familiar, like something that happened in the original Ghostbusters. They also have a subway sequence where they find ghosts. Also, the trailers kind of suck, because in the trailers they had like many ghosts in the sequence, whereas in the movie they had one ghost. But that's besides the point. But there was also this one sequence in the subway where they find ghosts. Kind of reminded me of something that happened in Ghostbusters 2. Okay, there's also throwbacks to the second one, which whatever. Besides the point, you know, the original. What is it? Double movie couple to the original Ghostbusters couple. It's not a trilogy, so couple. So I mean, that's the thing. It has so many throwbacks that I don't feel like it could have been its own thing, unless had they just done it differently, I would have been okay with it. But the fact it just bothers me. Like, I'm okay with throwbacks, but when you don't even follow the same continuity, it's like, what the fuck? And then, okay, here, I'll go with the positives. The acting is actually not that bad, okay? The acting's pretty decent. The jokes are hit and miss, to be honest, in my opinion. Like, there's some of them hit, some of them miss. Like, Kate McKinnon, she was like the standout, in my opinion, which everybody's saying. But even after that, I was kind of disappointed with her character. It wasn't until like halfway through the movie where I found her comedic. Leslie Mann, she was kind of good too. So yeah. Chris Hemsworth, he was my favorite one though. Chris Hemsworth, like, he was a fucking idiot. Like, sure, he was a fucking dumbass. Like just playing on the dumb blonde stereotype. Go ahead. But he was. If I had to say who's my favorite character out of out of this movie, Chris Hemsworth as Kevin, no doubt, straight up. Kevin, don't hear anything. Okay, I can't hear you. That was fucking hilarious. That killed me. I can't. The phone's in there in the fucking aquarium. You guys do realize that an aquarium is basically a submarine for fishes. Like Chris Hemsworth's character was fucking hilarious. So yeah, I mean, it does have some good things going for it, but it has a bad. Like, here, let me talk about the cameos. Like, the cameos were fucking dumb as shit. Okay, like Ozzy Osbourne, that cameo was fucking random in my opinion. Like, where the hell did Ozzy even come from? That's besides the point. Okay, you have two of the cameos as end credit scenes. First off, kind of, actually no, Ernie Hudson, he appears right before the credits roll. Okay, but Sigourney Weaver, her cameo is an end credit scene. Like, her cameo is basically one of like 5 end credit scenes, and I'm talking about like, it's like, it's like, or not really 5 end credit scenes. Let's say like 3 end credit scenes. So yeah, sorry, my leg is kind of bothering me. I kind of fell asleep right now, and it's kind of really bothering me. So sorry if I'm moving too much. But yeah, there's like 3 end credit scenes, and it's not even good end credit scenes that set up for a sequel. One of them kind of sets up for a sequel, but whatever. But it's like that type of end credit scene. It's like, oh yeah, it's like the Howard the Duck end credit scene from Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just kind of to fuck with you. It's kind of like that. Those are the end credit scenes we got. And it's like, okay, but one of them's like really fucking stupid because you have fucking Sigourney Weaver. Like, give me a fucking break. So yeah, like, straight up, one of my friends during the last end credit scene said, like, out loud, when there was like 10 or 20, like 10 people left in the theater, he's like, setting up for a sequel. And like the people behind us were like, right? So that was hilarious. So like we could just see through their bullshit. Okay, I mean there are good things here and there are bad things here. The good is the fact that the comedy is actually for the most part decent. I mean, it's hit and miss, a bit more hits than miss, but it is hit and miss, so it is somewhat good. The characters aren't as annoying as you would think. There are actually, when they are ghost busting, that is pretty cool. The special effects are good for what you're expecting Because again, as I said before, they look like the special effects for like the Goosebumps movie we got last year, or the live action Scooby Doo movies. They're like that type of CGI. So that's good. Okay, now what's the bad? Again, it's the first off, the continuity just really pisses me off. The cameos pissed me off. Like they were piss poor cameos in my opinion. Like yeah, it's good to see them, but it's like piss poor cameos. The Dan Aykroyd cameo was actually pretty funny, but aside from that, like, Ernie Hudson kind of like Ernie Hudson kind of comes out of nowhere in my opinion. Like Bill Murray's was fucking stupid. Like his wasn't a cameo. His was like fucking like his was more like a bit part. Okay, he had like 2 scenes in the whole movie, and it was kind of bullshit. He's like, oh yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I'm this ghost fraud disprover bullshit thing. He's like, no, I don't believe in ghosts. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. Like you gotta be fucking shitting me. Like you're from the original Ghostbusters. How are you gonna tell me that you're not? That you don't fucking believe in ghosts. Like, I understand a new character. Yeah, but that's what pissed me off. The fact that they're even new characters, if they're gonna do cameo, and that's my problem with the continuity. They should have just had, they should have continued on from the old continuity from the original Ghostbusters, then have them just reprise the characters of that they had back then. Egon and whatever. I actually forgot their names. Peter and Egon and yeah. The funny thing is, during the credits, it says, in memory of Harold Ramis. I said out loud, Harold Ramis is rolling in his grave. Someone, straight up, everybody was laughing in the theater. So, yeah, I mean, again, there was like 10 people left, but, straight up, it's not a good movie. It's not a bad movie. It's okay. Does it deserve all the hate it's getting? No, it doesn't. It doesn't deserve all the hate it's getting. It deserves some of the hate. I will say this. The one thing that pissed me off, and you can probably tell, is continuity bullshit. That thing pisses me off. If you're gonna hate this movie for anything, actually 2 things. One, the continuity bullshit. That thing really pissed me the fuck off. Okay, and I'm not, like, even after that, I didn't grow up with the original Ghostbusters. Like, no shit, I was born in 99. I didn't watch the original Ghostbusters till like 2012. I'm not shitting you. Okay, because that's when I started learning about movies. Okay, so it's been 4 years since I watched the original since the first time I watched the original Ghostbusters, but that continuity bullshit just pissed me the fuck off. That was one. The second thing that pissed me the fuck off was how they treated men. Okay, this is one of those things I kind of knew how it was gonna go down because the leads are male, and you saw Chris Hemsworth in the trailers. He was a fucking idiot. Okay, so you kind of had an idea, but they kind of just every single man here is a fucking idiot. I'm not bullshitting. Every single man here is a fucking idiot. Even the villain's like a fucking idiot. Like here, Chris Hemsworth. We all know he's a fucking idiot in this movie. I just watched the trailers, okay? The mayor, he's a fucking idiot, okay? Like straight up, he's an asshole. Okay, here, the men here are either the biggest douchebags or some of the biggest douchebags you've ever seen. On a ghost. Actually, you can't say because there's bigger douchebags, Hitler, and Bin Laden, but whatever. But they're just really assaholic. In my opinion, they're just really dumbasses or assaholic. Like 99% of the men here, like, really are just dumbass or assaholic or assholes. And the mayor's an asshole. Okay, how's about that? The kid at the beginning, like everybody was like at the beginning. There's this kid who's running around this museum and he's being hunted by ghosts. Like the ghosts are coming after him, and he hides in this room where he says, "Do not go in." Early in the film, like 2 seconds before, like we're talking about within like the first 5 minutes, he says nobody should go in here because it's haunted. Haunted. As a gimmick, turns out it actually is, but whatever. And he goes in the haunted room, so fuck him. Chris Hemsworth, we all know he's an idiot. Then again, the mayor was an idiot in the original trilogy, not trilogy, original couple of movies, so whatever. But yeah, every single guy here is just a fucking idiot. I'm straight up not saying like the Indian guy. Like they have like an Indian delivery guy. Like you know how you had in Deadpool that one guy, that the taxi driver who was Indian. They try to have the same. Like there's actually a couple throwbacks to Deadpool. Okay, like they used the song from DMX. I'm not gonna give it to you a couple times here. Like the fuck. And then they have the Indian side character who again is kind of stupid and funny. It's supposed to be another comedic relief on top of the main comedic reliefs. So yeah. The villain aside, like the main villain aside, every other guy here's like a fucking idiot. Slimer's here. Slimer has a girlfriend now. They made a female Slimer. I was just like, what the fuck? So yeah, I mean, I feel like this is one of those movies like since it's all female cast, you're gonna piss off an audience, someone who's watching this review. You're either if you really hate this movie or just dislike it to an extent. If if you don't say it's a 9 out of 10 or whatever, you're gonna be attacked by feminists. If you say it's a 10 out of 10, you're gonna attack anybody who likes the original Ghostbusters. Okay, I'm just gonna go split down the middle on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent. I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10, straight up. It's not good, it's not bad, it's not decent. Again, decent is number 6. So 5 out of 10. That's basically it for now. Subscribe, comment down below, like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.